Assalamu alaikum and good day everybody. This is Mainul going live from my business page. As you have been following me, I've been interviewing various members from our business community over the past few months. This is another new episode of Road to Goals. If this is the first time you're encountering me, please let me introduce myself. I'm Mainul. I'm a biologist by profession, but at the same time, I'm a digital business owner and mentor. I help people learn how to leverage the social media. I was born and raised in Bangladesh, where I'm currently located, but at the same time, I studied in Germany and Australia as well. I'm a permanent resident of Australia also. So without further talking, I'd like to now, welcome my co-host, Brother Amin, all the way from Sydney, who has been hosting this show with me for the past few weeks. And we have got a special guest as well, Tashi, all the way from Brisbane. We'll hear more from Tashi, but now I'd like to tell Brother Amin to take over.
Thanks, Brother Mainul. Hey, welcome and assalamu alaikum and good evening to you all from Sydney. My name is Amin. I'm co-host with Brother Mainul. We have our special guest. Before I introduce myself, Tashi, welcome. It's good to see a fellow Aussie on one of our interview sessions as well. Mainul is no stranger to Australia. He's lived some time ago in Australia, although he's back in Bangladesh. So Tashi, welcome. Looking forward to our chat today. So my name is Amin. Professionally, I'm an accountant, born and raised in Sri Lanka. Migrated to Australia with my family 10 years ago, and my wife is also an accountant by profession. So the two of us, Amin and Zenia, we run the digital business together as a couple. Tashi, thank you so much for your time today. I know it's a bit late, 9 p.m. in Sydney time. And also Brisbane is the same. So Tashi, why don't you kind of introduce yourself to everyone? Who's Tashi?
Okay, thank you both Manuel and Amin for the invitation to come and talk to your followers on your page today. So yeah, I'm Tashi Jim from Brisbane, Australia. I'm originally from Bhutan, very close to Bangladesh, so we are neighbors, countries. I moved to Brisbane in 2017 on a government Australian scholarship to study here, and after that, my husband got a PR, permanent resident here, so because of his job, so we ended up staying here for our children. Yeah, so that's like 5 years almost, and yeah, that's it. And by profession, sorry, you two said that, so I have to say that also. I come from IT background. Back home in Bhutan, I was working for Parliament of Bhutan as an ICT officer for like 11 years before moving here. So it was, that much.
That is awesome. Thank you for that introduction. Bhutan is a beautiful country. I think the only country who has measures people's happiness. I think there's some kind of a happiness index. I was watching that documentary. So, Brother Mainul, let's move on. I think we started a bit late. Apologies due to whatever
technology.
Let's get cracking, Brother Mainul. Up to you.
So Tashi, obviously three South Asians. So if I've got a lot of followers, we have got probably from South Asia. It's good to see that people are in this business community. So Tashi, the first question to you is that what are your reasons that you were looking something in the online space and then you jumped into the online business?
Okay, that's good thing to pick up from where I left when we moved to Australia in 2017. We came here with my two girls that time. I have three now, but when at the time we had two, and my daughter, elder one, was four and a half. She was immediately when we arrived here, we sent her to school, primary school here, and then my younger one was two. She turned 2 here when we arrived here, so she was quite small, and we sent her to daycare. and it was so difficult time. Yeah, so we did a lot of like non-sensible things, like sending her to daycare like 3 days and working for 3 days, which was not even able to cover her school daycare expenses, and she was not happy there. And when we leave not to work, then it was like we usually, when we Asians, we come to a country like Australia or America, we usually come here to make money, and then we, when we don't work, it doesn't make sense also. So I was trying to do all these things, stuff, juggle between school, school drop off, work, and all that. And then back home, Asians, we are always used to help extended by our family members and relatives to look after, take care of our children. And here we have to do it all by ourselves. And this was my main reason why I was looking for something to do from home, comfort of my home. Actually, I was like looking for some jobs, data entry or some kind of job that I can do from home, and then I don't have to get late to pick up my girls, and I can also attend the school events and all that. More of like some financial to help with the bill payment, and then to also be there for my girls whenever I need. And then in 2018, when I got this permanent residency, we initially, we were so happy when we applied. Also, we were happy we were doing this for my girls. And when we actually got the thing visa approved, granted, we were so like stuck by our like guilt, like kind of guilt that we, our parents are all aging back home, they're old, and we are not going back to them, and we're staying here because for our children. And I was like feeling so bad. Parents did same thing for us, and now I can't be there for my parents. And that was the main reason I wanted flexibility for my children, but then I wanted to be there for my parents when they need me, not only when I can, not only when my job, 9 to 5 job, gives me leave. Like, so a lot of jobs here are seasonal. Like Christmas time, they want us to work, then holiday, and most of the time, and then off season we get leave. But then, what if our parents fall sick during the season time, when the work is so busy, and we are not going to get leave? We have to plan this ahead of 1 year ahead. When they are planning for their office work, we have to plan for going for vacation. That one, I didn't want to do that for my parents. So that's the main thing also. And then other thing was like then financial benefit, like income to pay my mortgage, all that. So uh, I have piles of reasons, but those three are main reasons why I look for digital business to do. And then yeah, so when I go back to Bhutan later on, in down the line, like in 10 years, I don't have to look for job. I can take this back with me. I So those are lots of valid reasons that I keep on making do letting me do my digital business instead of looking for 9 to 5 jobs. And then when I leave this country, I don't have this job with me, and I have to start my life all over again. So these are the reasons why I did.
Yeah, I think Tashi, you touched upon several areas which is very very common to migrants, especially people who
Yeah,
have left their home countries in
immigrants
search
like
of a
us.
better life for
Yeah,
their children, for themselves, and when you land in a new country, you have to start from zero, right? You don't know anyone. You are struggling to find your first job. Most of us do jobs that is, I mean, beyond our qualification. Sometimes we are very qualified, we do something
yeah,
because we wanted to find a job somehow to start life over here. And then eventually what happens is that we spend hours and hours, we spend long shifts just to find enough money to pay the rents and the
safe.
essentials, and then and things like that. At the end of the day, what basically happens is that we migrated for a better life for our children, and then after arriving here, we spend a lot of time working. We don't have enough time to spend with our children.
Yeah,
They get neglected, and we can't attend to their milestones, school
yeah,
events and things like that. At some point in time, people might think, why did we even migrate? It is not allowing us to spend enough time with our kids. So you did mention that, I mean, starting an online business is one of the best things that could happen because of the technological development. You can run the business from the comfort of your home. You can still participate a school event, and you still
Yeah.
can run the business on the phone and things like that. You can still be doing shopping with your kids. You can still be in the playground with your kids. You can still run the business. So that's amazing. So one thing I kind of wanted to understand is that a lot of people, when they think about a digital business or an online business, they think, oh, this is going to be high technology. There's computer involved, and I can't do that. People kind of run away from that. And then you just mentioned that, okay, you are, because of you running the business, you're getting the flexibility, it's saving your time. Then you can easily run your business. I mean, how did you find this switch from doing a normal job and starting something digital? You of course have some IT background. For those people who are scared, saying that, okay, I can't start a digital business because I don't know nothing about IT, I don't know what to do. How do you kind of explain it to them, that they
Yeah,
should not be
yeah.
scared?
Yeah, okay. So initially, before I found this job, I tried some affiliate marketing, where a lot of things were need to be done by myself, like funnel setting up, all those domain, choosing the right package for domain, all that I had to do it myself, and it was quite hard. Even though I came from IT background, there are lots of options, like just to look out for a domain, you can find like 101, like thousands and thousands of providers, and from to choose from there, you Google, and then you look out for first thing we look at is the price, and after buying looking at the price, then it's not only that, then there are like upsells. Then how about attaching the security package, and then top of lots of upsells. It's not easy, even coming from IT background, it's not easy to do that by myself, so I couldn't do it, because I have the knowledge, like book knowledge, theoretical knowledge, lots of knowledge about IT. I have lots of like overall theoretical knowledge, but then when it comes to implementing online, we have to consider a lot of things like security base. And then in this business, first thing when we joined, they are like setting up a little bit of setting of things, but then this was all done by our mentors before us. So mentors always there to help us. So it's not like I did this because of IT background, but it's anyone can do this because mentor is always there to guide you through. And then once you are set up, then other things, that training, following training, and doing the social media training, and doing all those things. Our sales funnel is managed and all done by our system, but we just need to focus on marketing part, which is taught in training, and it's like theoretical thing, video based, and so easy. It's not that I did it because of the IT background. It's everyone can do this, and it's once it's set up, only the setup part which needs our guidance is our mentors there. After that, it's quite easy. It's like, and that's why we have people from not IT background, like we have people from all the backgrounds, right? Like even the truck drivers, they're doing so well, nannies, and then lots of nurses and doctors and accountants like yourself. So it's that shows that our training is that much easy to follow. It's a step by step thing, so there's nothing that we can't do it. We don't need to
Yeah,
have
and
any background
yeah,
skills here.
you
And on the
explained very
part of,
well, because we don't have to. Yeah, go on, Tashi.
yeah, okay. So yeah, finding it on the thing Google is like we can lose ourselves in the rabbit hole, no? Like do this, and then we can't do it. But here we don't have to Google and find it. It's all sorted, like domain for domain, go there, click here, and then even the right package in all sorted for us. And then the flexibility part, it's so flexible. It's just what I wanted, because if I'm busy now, I'm a coach. So before that, it's everything is in my hand. But now I give some time preference for my people who are booking coaching call with me. Still, then I can always make my availability as per my thing, my availability. If my children have something in school, I can block out that period, and then just do the job when they can book out when I'm available. So it's so flexible. So it's literally so flexible and portable as well. So when I go to some places like water world with my children. They go and swim, but then I'll be doing some life or doing answering my business perspective leads, answering them, and then helping my business partners, all that. So it's that flexible. So that's what I
Yeah,
wanted.
yeah.
Yeah,
How good is that? I mean, everything is laid out, the systems and the tools, processes, the
yeah,
structure, everything is already set up and used by thousands of people, and it's running perfectly. I mean, people have seen success, people have seen the results, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel and spend all
yeah.
that time and
That's the
money and
right term.
effort try to build it from the bottom. Everything is
Mm,
there. We just need to spend that enough time, commit that time to learn and do it ourselves, and get the help. And then we also have a dedicated training website which has all the resources, including how to set up your own business, as well as the marketing side of it. So that's what makes things easy. That's why we see a lot of stay-at-home mothers who've never
yeah,
done a job, never done any business. They are running the business successfully from home while being with their kids as well. Isn't
yeah,
it, Brother
yeah.
Manu?
Yeah, I have 5 year, not 5 year, 5 months old sleeping behind me, and I'm doing this now. So yeah,
Yes,
it's that easy.
yeah, completely. Yeah, and that's why I say that people, if they want to start endeavor, new endeavor, like in the online space, one thing they struggle with, what it is like, what it is like working in the online space. What are the things we need? And here, a platform where there are people from all over the world, from all sorts of backgrounds. I mean, from every different professions, and the life of various families are being changed, and people are more happier, and they feel that the life that they wanted, they're getting there. So actually, the next question to you, that obviously now you're working with people from all over the world, from various communities. So please make some comments about this community.
Community, what to say? I think you both know that what type of community we belong to. So it's I can't believe that we are doing our individual independent business. Still, we have people supporting us every day. Like if we need anything, any help with the setup of a website, there's someone to help you with. If you set a initially when you sign the contract to do the paperwork, there are always people doing that to help you with. There are a lot of things like and then training if you're stuck, and we can just point out where it's stuck, and then they will help you out. And then we have lots of like family relatives now. My friends who joined this business, I become closer to them. I knew about now I know about them more than before. And
Yeah.
people who I worked are just hi bye before. Now they are my friends, best friends. And then I have lots of local friends because of this business. We get together a lot of times and all that, and we can talk to them now. We don't only talk about our business now. I talk to them about our babies, how we struggle, how we're doing this daily like diaper change and all that, and keeping up with our mindset, all that. So we found a community of not only about talking about business. It's like whole lot of new thing. And then we have this personal development to accountability partners and all. Uh, I did lots of online business before, but I was so lonely. Like there was no help, and because of that we could easily feel like there are like products and everything there, but then when we are not sure what others are doing and you're alone like that, doing not knowing what where you stand, then you feel like neglected and all that, and you don't belong to any community, so you feel at the business because you uh, yeah, actually it's a blame, but then it's true also. We need helping hand when you are in business. It's not easy. Business is not easy. It's like real face-to-face business. You need hand, helping hand, and this we have in the community because our communities. We don't have to talk about we have different like local location based. Then our team different region based, and then our training site specific base. If you want to learn about like Facebook, we have a Facebook group and Google group, all that. So we just go somewhere to talk to people, and then we always have someone in our own like stage. if I am like in doing some stage in training, there's somebody doing this, somebody doing same training, and we can always talk to each other, and then that's why it's working, I think, and it's growing every day in exponentially, like it's rush now. So that's the reason I think why it's working.
Yeah, absolutely. I keep saying this. 2 years and a bit ago, when I joined, we had about 9,000 people. I think we are today around 97,000 people over the last less
Yeah,
than 2.5 years. So it goes to show our community is growing. People are more and more people are jumping into the online business, and then you basically said it really correctly, in the sense we are all humans. We have good days and bad days. We are emotionally
yeah,
down. We are emotionally good days. So sometimes we feel down. That's when our community members and all those people we know in the business, they motivate
Yeah.
us, they push us. Hey, I mean, let's keep going, this will pass, keep going, and there's nothing to worry about it. So I mean, that's the amazing support. And you, Tashi, you mentioned that you
yeah,
talk to the business partners and our community members more than your family. It's the same with me as
yeah,
well.
yes,
I talk to more people in the business rather than I talk to my family back home in Sri Lanka. So, Tashi, in that thing, one thing that I kind of want to understand is that people see us on the social media. Brother Minor, myself, and Tashi, you have business pages on Facebook or any other Instagram or any other social media. And when we reach out to people and we reach people respond to us, they was like, I am not sure. Are you guys real? Is this business real? Are you guys in a legitimate business, or is it some kind of a pyramid scheme that's going to scam us and things like that? I'm sure all three of us have heard that questions, and people keep asking from up that question. So there's a lot of people who have a little bit of doubt, not little bit, a lot of doubt about doing something online. For those people, I don't blame them, because there's a lot of bad things happening on the
yeah,
online world. So for those people who are very very skeptic, and they still keep thinking about it, they're sitting on the fences. Someone who has been there and then who's jumped and who become a coach, who have gone through the journey and now helping um, other people as a coach and a mentor. I mean, how would you kind of advise them? What's your advice to those people who are very skeptic about, are we real? Are the three of us real or something like that?
my I was like last time this question was funny. So my last time someone asked about is it a scam or if it's not a scam and doubtful, and I was telling my husband was like, how can it be scam when you are appearing on your page like every day with your children and you are there? How can it be scam? He was like, he was not able to understand the question itself. And I said, yes, they might mean some sort of other pyramid or something, maybe, I don't know, because I have been in the such MLM or other businesses. Because as when we keep on looking, we find a lot of other opportunities, but then they are not always. So people might be like in my place before. They might have been there, so they are scared to jump on. And I have been there also. So with the scam thing, people usually what we see is like in a YouTube video format, they are like celebrity, they can talk really well and they don't show anything of their personal things on social media, they don't share, like it's really protected YouTube video that we can't find any details about them. So it's, and even for that we like end up paying money and then joining. So but in our thing we are all different families, we are doing it, and all having their own family, and sometimes husband and wife, sometimes even daughters joining moms, and then yeah, sons and mom doing together. So it can't be a thing, but then arguing or justifying whether this business is real or not real is not our job. What we have left is our system is giving people, whether it is real or not real, they can check it out, right? So they have,
Yeah.
we have no risks, step by step thing to get and check this system for themselves. That's why this is there. It's important. They won't lose even a time if they don't want to do this business. And even if they do, what we get for the what we pay, it's entirely like we can't even mention. So it's That's why this testing, checking out period and everything is there in our system. And we don't want people to force into our system and then let it do their business. But we want people driven by their own reasons. I have my own reasons of doing this business. We want people like that
Absolutely.
joining our business. And then when they join business, I always tell in my coaching call that if they want to do their business, they have to be like, they have to have their strong reason of doing it. Then only they will succeed. So they can check inside, and then like it's up to them whether they want to do or not. So that's why it's not. I don't think it's a scam or we have to justify, because we give people benefits of doubt. We give people time to do, yeah,
Yeah,
check
yeah,
inside.
and yeah, thanks, Brother Manuel, for sharing that. That was my wife Xenia. She's watching our conversation from the other room,
Ah,
while
okay.
Yeah,
with the daughter, so she's watching it. Thanks, Xenia. So I mean, you're absolutely right, Tashi. I mean, if people look at the websites, Brother Manuel, it goes as Manuel Digital, and I go as Amin and Xenia Dole. That's my wife's name and my surname. And then Tashi, you go by tashidem.com. So
Yeah,
we are basically representing our business in our personal capacity, and we have put ourselves in front of everyone. In social media, we are frequently sharing our live feeds about what's happening and going on in life, and the things that we do, how we enjoy the life with our family. We are sharing all that information on social media, on Facebook, for everyone to see. So if this business was not real, it was not legitimate, if it was some kind of a scam, people have to understand, would the three of us put ourselves in front of everyone and divulge where we live and things like that? You are quite rightly said. Some of the celebrities who do YouTube videos, they drive very expensive cars and they show, I don't know whether they own those cars, to be
yeah,
honest. We don't know.
and they
It could be a
disappear.
green screen. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely, Brother Maimul. So I'm cognizant of the fact that I mean, we are already almost around 26, 27 minutes in the conversation. Also, Brother Maimul, over to you for the next question, or the closure.
yeah, yeah. All right. Yes, yes. Just one sentence or two sentences from my side. I mean, it is as real as it gets. I mean, wherever this is not the old-fashioned days, the old eras where we have to be physically somewhere to meet people. So what I mean, this is a tech era of, I mean, digital era. People are meeting, and this sort of meetings are happening all over the world. What I mean, we are putting our name and reputation there, and obviously, as you guys are distinguished. You have worked for Bhutan Parliament. You are an accountant. I hold a PhD from Australia. So we are putting our name and reputation there. Obviously, I believe that we are some kind of intellectual people, and we have done our due diligence. We have done our research, and then we
yeah,
decided to jump on. And I clearly mention whenever I invite people that in my poster that this is not MLM, this is not binary, this is not cryptocurrency. Even though cryptocurrency is sort of legit,
yeah,
but binary and MLM is not. But I always tell people that this is not a get rich quick scheme. We do most of the things, nearly sort of 90%, but you have to do the rest to, and that is driven obviously by your own motivation and your why.
yeah.
Tashi, the next question to you, that obviously this business has a lot of personal developmental programs. So please make some comments on that. That how did it help you further to grow as a person?
Um, First thing I always say this, because I, as a before when I was working, I was not even able to talk in my closed room meeting with my office staff. I always ask my media officer to present for my on my behalf. I prepare this thing, and then I'll ask him to do the presentation, because I was that shy that I'm not fond of talking in front of like group of people. So now I'm able to talk to live on social media because of this business. We are taught every mastermind training and what to do, and personal development shared by our other people who are doing really well. And these things we learn in process of doing our business. And then I also was not able to talk to people before. Now as a coach, I have to talk to people on chat or Zoom every now and then, and yeah, these things are there. And then I also host our monthly Zoom meeting, and yeah, so and then present to a group of people like. More than 100 people, and this morning I got chance to present to another team about my journey so far. So these things which I was not able to do before, we get to do now. And this is just a physical thing that I can show, but I also learned lots of soft skills like advertising using social media. I was never sure of why how to like we were I thought being on Facebook was like there's nothing to do. Like I didn't even know how Facebook makes money out of people. And now we know a lot of things that how to do, how to stay safe, and all that. There are a lot of things that we can learn back end, right? And so far, we were using Facebook as a before joining this business in 2019. I was using Facebook as like social media hub, like just consuming lots of other stuff, like reading other pages. And now we are using it as a tool to generate income for us. And likewise, I know I learned about Google and Instagram and a lot of other things like algorithm, all those. So these things are the skills that we developed and learned and through doing this business. So there are a lot of other stuff as well. So these are kind of personal development that we get to learn, and also mentoring our business partners. When we mentor, we also learn in process. So
Yep.
there are endless things to say, and then we what to forget about our personal development, positive shift, like where we get to do keep up with our exercise and body, because when we work from home, we tend to sit on chair extended period of time. So we are looked after by our training, like what to eat and how to maintain our balanced life thing, diet and exercise and all those things. So there are lots of other all around. And then what about our book club? Every month we are like even choosing the right book to read for entrepreneurs. All those things, these are really like all complete package in one like club. This business, because I've been there, I've done other businesses, affiliate programs and all this, and I used to pay $99 per month, and nothing happened because 99 month 1 month comes very fast, and then I couldn't do anything because there was no guidance. But here we have step, and then they have to do everything. In process of doing that, we learn, and this just amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. I totally agree with you. I mean, our business owner, what we call the mastermind knowledge sharing. There's one for the seasoned business owners, people who have been there for some time, and then there's another mastermind for people who have just joined the business and
yeah,
started the business, and then also no one starts as a coach from the start. You have to be in the business for some time and achieve a certain level, then you go through a certification process and you become a coach as well. That opens up another whole different world for coaches
yeah,
in terms of knowledge, and you're basically helping others succeed. So it's amazing. I mean, personally, Tashi, I was the same. I was there on Facebook just to keep in touch with my friends. Never came live. Never spoke on that, and then never. I was a kind of a shy person, but it had helped personally develop in leaps and bounds. Thank you, Tashi, for sharing all that. I know you are a busy mom. It's almost 9:30 over here in Sydney, and also in Brisbane. So thank you so much for joining us. So, Brother Mainul, over to you. Any closing remarks? And I think we need to remind about the
Yeah.
webinars also that we have, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah, thanks, Tashi, for making time, and obviously, congratulations. I was planning to do this a few months back. Then you had
yeah,
the baby, and by the time Brother Amin joined, so thank you very much. I appreciate both of your time. So, viewers,
no problem.
just close the session. But before I close the session, if you really are, ever wanted to work in the online space, and I think this is the biggest lesson that you could learn from the pandemic, that regardless of even if you are having a very good job, very well paid, jobs are never secure. You can't rely on only one stream of income. Even if you think that your job gives you all the freedom and all that and everything, But jobs are as good as just paying for bills, not for having a good life. So if you want a side hustle, or if you want, as Kashi said, that the freedom to be with your family and while making contribution to the household income, then probably our platform is probably the best option that is available in the online space for people with no background. I mean, no experience. We give everything for you to succeed. All the sales and marketing tools, training, and the mentoring and coaching. So if you think that you found value in our interview today, and if you're ready to take action, then we hold a weekly webinar twice a week. That is 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and 11 a.m. AEST on Wednesdays and Fridays. And there are 3 links there. You could choose any of those and just register for the free webinar, and then we'll see you on the inside. Thank you very much again, Brother Amin and Tashi, and have a good day. And goodbye, folks.
Thank you, Tashi. Thank you, Brother Minal. See you guys. Have a good one.